Right, it is, of course, that time of the year when the awards for the season are being handed out. On Thursday night, you probably saw this. Phil Foden was crowned the Football Writers' Player of the Year. He was also awarded the Premier League Player of the Year. But today, it's our pundits' turn to name their stars of the season. They've been doing their homework this week. They've been making their decisions. And we can, first of all, start off with the Player of the Year. And let's just run you through what our pundits have gone with in terms of the Player of the Year. Merson, no great surprise here. He's gone for Arsenal's Declan Rice. Clinton's gone for Phil Foden. Boyd's gone for Phil Foden. Sue Smith has gone for Phil Foden. And Dawson has gone for Phil Foden. So the question is, Merce, why didn't you follow the crowd? Why have you gone for Declan Rice?
Because Declan Rice has took Arsenal to another level. I don't think Phil Foden's took him to another level. I think he's been outstanding.
He's taken himself to another level.
Oh, yeah, 100%, 100%. But Declan Rice has just took Arsenal to that other level. He's just nearly got them to near where Man City are. I think he's been consistent the whole season through. I think the whole season. And, yeah, I mean, Phil Foden's been outstanding. Yeah, of course you can. I'm just thinking out the box. I'm just what I see. You know, he's come in. Arsenal last season nearly got there, took him to another level. And I just can't remember a game where he hasn't been at least a 7 or 8 out of 10. Foden's been outstanding, but for me, I say Declan Rice.
Boyd, are you having none of it?
That's another level. Second last year, second this year.
Well, not really. He's took him to another level where he's going down to the last game of the season. It didn't last season. You know, if you look at last season, Arsenal were leaking in goals, left, right and centre at the end of the season. 3 against Southampton, 2 against West Ham, 3 or 4 against Liverpool. All of a sudden now that ain't the case, is it? And we all go on about Saliba and we go on about Gabriel. But if you ain't got that holding midfield player, I don't care how good your centre-halves are, because I played in an era when Baresi and Costa Curta and Maldini were playing. But if you put them at Man United this season with no protection, they'd have got ripped to shreds, absolutely ripped to shreds. So, for me, that's why. But, yeah, I mean, Phil Foden, yeah, of course, 100. He's been outstanding. But I've got to go with... Because he just has. He took him to another level. People were going to start the season 100 million. No, I just think he's been outstanding.
Dawson, why did you go for Phil Foden? How close did the likes of, say, Ollie Watkins of Villa, who's been sensational, Cole Palmer at Chelsea, who's been outstanding, how close were they to getting your pick?
Huh? Cole Palmer was going to be my second, as in where he's helped Chelsea get to, and they've been criticised from day one, but them to be fighting for 5th position is down to him. But for me, Phil Foden, he blows my mind. Young 23-year-old, the trophies he's won, the goals he's scored, 17 Premier League goals this season, 5 Champions League goals. And at times, at 23, we're saying he has been the difference for Manchester City. I think for England this summer, we have to build our team round. And if we don't, I don't give us a chance in winning the Euros. I think he's that good. He carries teams. And we talk about De Bruyne, we talk about Haaland. Phil Foden at Manchester City, one of their own, coming through the ranks, never been anywhere else. Yeah, he blows my mind. I love Phil Foden. I just love everything about him, the way he takes the ball, the way he scored goals in big games. And that's why he's my player of the season.
25 goals, all competitions, 8 Premier League assists. He has been absolutely sensational. Let's have a look at what our pundits went for in terms of manager of the year in the Premier League this season. Merson goes for Mikel Arteta. There's an Arsenal running thing. That's really got Boydie going in the chat.
Go on, carry on.
In terms of Clinton, well, he has gone for Aston Villa's Unai Emery, who, by the way, has named his son Landon Fernandez Emery on the bench this afternoon. Lander Emery Fernandez on the bench, the goalkeeper this afternoon for Aston Villa. He's gone for Unai Emery, secure that top 4 finish in Champions League football for the first time for Aston Villa. What about Boydie? He's gone for Sean Dyche at Everton. Sue Smith nodding away in agreement with this one. Did she go for the same? Merson's got his head in his hands. Sue's gone for Pep Guardiola. What about Dawes? He too has gone for Pep Guardiola. So, Boydie, we need to come to you first. You've broken ranks.
Go on for 17th.
You've gone for Sean Dyche.
Go on for 16th.
If you'd add the points on, they would have been...
Oh, what, 14th?
Yeah.
Go on, tell me.
Where they were.
Go on.
To stay up. Had a few injuries. I just think the job he's done is phenomenal. I think Gary Neal deserves a mention as well for the job that he's done. These teams are spending absolute fortunes and going to finish second. I can understand these guys taking Pep Guardiola.
He didn't.
I'm a little surprised, if I'm honest, that only Clinton has gone for Unai Emery. When you look at what he's done at Aston Villa this season,
I
that fourth-place finish, we need to give them more credit. It's outstanding.
No, I think it's been fantastic. If I hadn't gone for Unai Emery, it would have been Pep, because if they go and do it 4 times in a row, but we know what Pep Guardiola is about. No one at the start of the season, not even probably the Villa fans, thought Aston Villa were going to finish in that 100%. Champions League spot. So that's why I've gone for Unai Emery. Even when they've had injuries towards the back of the end of the season, they've still managed to get there. And that's an ex-Birmingham City player praising the Aston Villa manager.
You actually said that at the start of the season, Clint.
Has it finished?
You actually said there would be in the top 4.
Wins the league,
Still 2.5 hours to go, mate.
Mercy's at it again.
Arteta not the manager of the year if they win the league?
No, but he's not. It could be, but we had to pick it on now, here and now, and I've gone for Unai.
No, he's a good one. It's a good
one.
Well, this kind of leads us nicely into overachievers this season when you're talking about Aston Villa, because this is what
everybody give it to Pep Guardiola. If they haven't won the league, he hasn't won anything.
Pipe it down. I can barely concentrate. I'm having sound issues today as well. Right, this is overachievers that our pundits have gone for the season. Here we go then. Merce has gone for his old side, Aston Villa. Fist pumping for that one. Clinton, in terms of overachievers, has also gone for Aston Villa.
Where did you go?
Boydie, he's broken ranks again. He's gone for Andoni. Bournemouth. Merce cannot believe it. Sue, well, she's gone for Aston Villa. And Dawes has gone for Gary O'Neill and Wolverhampton Wanderers. Dawes.
Well done, Dawes.
I mean, he's been brilliant, Gary O'Neill, but they've tailed off over the last few weeks. Why have you gone for them as overachievers?
Yeah, you're right. They have tailed off side. They've been poor. 1 in 9 in the Premier League recently. But I think
nearly said Premier Inn, didn't you? Highly different.
That's where Dawes stand tonight.
Other places to stay are, I was going to say freely available, they're not free. But they are.
Let me get back to Gary O'Neill. You look at Julian Lopetegui at the start of the season. I mean, Gary goes in at the start, 3 or 4 days before the start of the season. The players that went out the door, Nunes, Neves, Collins, Jimenez, Cody, Podence, Traore, Moutinho.
It's like you'd written them down. That was sensational.
I did some research because I knew people would be questioning why I said Wolves, and this is why I did, because I had Wolves as being in big trouble for survival in the Premier League, and I think he went in there with 4 or 5 days before the start of the season.
I mean, that's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah,
no time to prepare at all.
I mean, he's done a great job, and I completely agree with Aston Villa and Unai Emery.
That's a good one.
And Everton and Bournemouth. But I was one that thought Wolves were in.
Don't give you the Bournemouth one.
In serious trouble. I honestly believe that. Gary O'Neill's done a great job. And I look back to, he went out in the quarter-final against Coventry. That was their turning point. It really, really was. I mean, the 13th last season, 13th at the moment, but I had them down as relegation. So they're why my overachievers this year.
Right, final
Does that
category.
mean they're overachievers, you're a bad tipster?
Probably a bit of both, Merce.
That was an open goal there for you.
I didn't want to go there. Boydie.
There's a lovely end of season feel to today, but there's some serious football in just under half an hour's time. Let's have a look at underachievers. I think it's going to be a bit of a theme here. Underachievers. Merce has gone for Manchester United. Clinton, Manchester United. Boydie, Manchester United. Sue, Manchester United. Dawes, is he going to break ranks?
It's a full house.
Manchester United.
There you go.
I mean, was it an obvious one, Sue? He could argue. I mean, listen, Chelsea in terrific form at the end of the season. You can look at them, look at Burnley, perhaps, given what they did in the Championship last season. Easy, though, decision for you in the end.
Yeah, I think so. I think we all expected more from them because of what they did last season. So I think we thought that they were going to build on that, and they just didn't. It's been such a disappointing season for them. I think the positive is they're obviously starting to rebuild off the field and looking at that football structure, and they'll just be hoping that then filters onto the field. Because I know Ten Hag would come out and say, well, we've had so many injuries and that's affected us. But, yeah, it's just been a real poor season for Manchester United. I think we all expected a lot more from them.
Final category we're going to go to because we're running a little bit short of time.
Tottenham.
You were going to go Tottenham?
I could have done them as overachievers as it goes, if I'm being honest, because I thought they'd struggle this season, and they've come. Yeah, they're going to look like they're going to get 5th, push for Champions League football for a lot of the season. So maybe I could have gone them. Yeah, I'll hold my hands up there. I did say they'll finish
overachievers.
You can't change now.
Yeah.
Let's go quickly. Final category. This is the game of the season, and this is what our pundits have gone for. Merce goes for the 4-4 between Chelsea and Man City back on the 12th of November. Clinton,
Boydie, you can't
same
go
game.
Kilmarnock's at Mill.
Boydie. No, he's gone for Chelsea 4, Man City 4. Sue has gone for Chelsea 4, Man City 4. And it is, like the last category,
you know what?
a
Could have gone for a
clean sweep. Go on, Clinton.
Celtic beating Rangers.
You naughty man.
What was the score?
Can't remember.
Exactly, that's how good it was. Yeah, Phil.